Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. The action has already started. Vietnam have a free kick. It's a good 35 yards out, this.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
It's a threatening ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Now it's Osimhen. And the counter is on. And he plays one through. Pressing high and with purpose. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader.
Big header! Vietnam with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he's there to clear it. Japan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Haaland. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Bellingham finds himself offside. Partey. And that's a dangerous ball. He's found a way through. Bruno Fernandes! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Timber. Lofted in. And that has been knocked clear. Japan still without a single shot on target. Thinks one through. Pass is just off target. Timber. Partey. Rice. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Haaland. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Osimhen. Bellingham. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And that's gone loose. Partey shapes to shoot! Oh, it's hit the post! Goal! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Vietnam have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Osimhen proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Dembele. Osimhen. Raya claims it. Safe hands.
Japan truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Osimhen. Bruno Fernandes. Rice looking for options for movement. Bruno Fernandes was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And they can counter here. In with the challenge. Nicely weighted ball. Chance! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now a sudden chance to counter. Played back in. Oh, that's a big chance! And it's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes...
And there's the end of the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
And it's Soboslai. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's found a way through. Oh, that's neat. That is a brilliant interception.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Partey.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Can he get on the end of this? Giao cuts out the pass. Haaland is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Oh, that's well spotted. Bellingham. And it's Partey. Bellingham. Rice, who's set up one goal so far. And he's well positioned here. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Haaland. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he is going into that little black book. We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Hakimi. Hakimi plays it in. He rises! And the header is disappointing in the end.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
Japan, perhaps contemplating their next change here. Llorente. Foot in. Maciej Cunha. Aimed beyond the defence. Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai powering forward here. Can he get it through? Oh, shooting chance! Glorious! About as smooth as it gets. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Oh, that is... And the shot! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
Japan really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Haaland! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Hakimi gets over and intercepts. Japan finding their passes. Good ball, good take. Great vision. He's had a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's gone looking for safety. That'll be a throw-in. Cross to the back post. Martinez is there, and he can get that clear. Osimhen is onto this. Eze's climbs up big. Oh, off the bar.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Rice, that is ended up in no man's land. Knocks it into space. He's in space and looking for options. It's a mighty effort! Final touch was poor. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. And he's been shifted off it. And he can clear it away. Giao. Tries to pass it through. Looking for the run. And he's quick to get it clear again. And that's that. Japan have very little in the way of excuses here. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, Erling Haaland is very much the player in all of football in so many ways. His development really owes to the fact that he made all the best choices. The clubs, the coaches, everything has been meticulously planned, and an awful lot of that would be attributed to his dad's experience.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Bruno Fernandes. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Rice.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
For Szoboszlai. And here's Osimhen. And he was quick to react. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Vietnam trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game.
Oh, what has happened here? Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. He might be in here! Bruno Fernandes. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And here's Osimhen. It's a really well-measured ball.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Szoboszlai puts his foot on the gas, and he was alert to it. Bruno Fernandes. Tchouameni. Now it's Osimhen.
This is the time you need that pace.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
This might spell danger. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Rice is standing over this one.
Well, it's quite simple. They have the best man for the job on it.
Now it's Bruno. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Vietnam are in front now. The game's only goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here. And while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Rice. Oh, this looks sharp. Looking for the run. Oh, that is a good ball to... And the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Crosses it in. Cleared away. It's loose here, and they'll want to reclaim it. Schwalmeri. Quick look, then plays it in. That's really well cleared. Stood up well to him there. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. He's shifting through the gears here. Soboslai. Now it's Osimhen. Pass somewhat off target. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
This possibly the last play of the half. He gets big. And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
I think he did really well to get the shot away, to be honest, given how much pressure he was under at the time.
And there is the half-time whistle. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And we are back on the way.
Japan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Soboslai. Bruno Fernandes gets a foot in here. DiMarco. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And the counter is on. Nicely weighted ball. Played out wide. In by DiMarco. And that has been cleared. That's a sharp pass. Rice. Oh, nicely intercepted. Chouameni. Great vision. Well read. Nice interception. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
And the ball's come loose here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's Rice. Well read, and the danger is averted. Japan, still this single goal behind. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Haaland. Bruno Fernandes. Not much subtlety about that challenge.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Pinches it off him. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Cross to the back. Haaland! It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Japan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Chance here to counter. Now it's Osimhen. Chouameni. Japan, perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Partey. Rice. And it's Partey. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now he's off and running. Chouameni. Eze. He's going for goal! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Ah, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And he's there to belt it away. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Chance! Goal! Japan! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Osimhen demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Japan take the lead.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Timber gets across to intercept that. Japan, moments now away from seeing this one out.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Cleared without complication.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Nice interception, well timed. Bellingham. Now Martinez. And the referee brings it to a close. Japan have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Osimhen, and it's Bruno Fernandes.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Bruno Fernandes has impressed me a lot. I mean, a few years ago, he was the highest scoring midfielder in Europe with 33 goals in all comps. And we aren't even talking about his assists. His record of direct goal involvement is quite phenomenal.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities.
Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, that's clever.
And he welcomes it in. And he's cut it out. Osimhen. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Japan controlling the possession in this early phase. Now it's
real chance! Goal! Japan! And Japan are in front!
So smooth. A signature finish.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Gabriel can get it clear.
Ball is over the line.
Szoboszlai. Japan are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Haaland, he's found a way through. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Osimhen. In with the challenge. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And here's Osimhen, showing good feet. Great ball, and he's in here. And he shapes to shoot. It's in. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Pete.
Oh, shooting chance!
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Szoboszlai. Nicely aimed pass. Now, can they get him away?
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And he's going to have his name taken.
And it's Mendes. Bellingham getting this one clear. It's a searching pass. No luck with that dink over the top. Van Dijk. And they've switched it over to the other side. Ruben Dias. Nuno Mendes. Good ball, good take. Bellingham! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
DiMarco. Great vision. Bruno Fernandes. And that pass just didn't quite work. Dealt with nicely by the defence. That's a pretty loose pass. Partey. Nicely weighted ball. Giao cuts out the pass. Now that looks a decent ball. And here's Mbappe. Crunching tackle. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Szoboszlai. And it's Tchouaméni. It's Bellingham. And here's Haaland. Just eases him off the ball. Konate. There's the whistle for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half. Takes a shot!
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
DiMarco. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's delightful. He's going for goal! Magnificent! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And they get themselves in front! Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Japan get themselves into the lead. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And he lines up a cross. And that should get the job done. Mbappe. Not the most accurate pass. Haaland being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Out towards the flank. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. He's got tall. Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act.
Oh, what a mistake! He might be in charge, surely! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Now, this could be a chance. Backward it goes. He won't be happy with that one. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's managed to get free. Bruno Fernandes, who's set up one goal so far.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And the pass is intercepted. Driving on and making good progress. Shot could be on. Aimed beyond the defence. Partey. And it's Bellingham. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Osimhen. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well timed, excellent interception. Japan looking to pass their way through. And a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Japan have their third corner. He rises! They want to be quick to recover this. And he's there to get it away. He's header! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Now it's Haaland, and that has left him in a heap.
Vietnam really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Haaland. Now it's Yildiz. Palmer receives it in a good position. Goes for a shot! It's bounced back off the post. They've done it! Again, we are level. What a contest!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Not so much sophistication. And a chance! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Vietnam complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Well read, and the danger is averted. And that has been clubbed away. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very... Oh, they could be caught out here! Now there's a fine ball. He's had a shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
This is a Hollywood or bus corner. The final whistle is up next.
And he thumps it clear. Gabriel. And that will be the final act. Japan illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Vietnam do have a chance to counter here. Great vision. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And the counter is on.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Chouameni did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Steaming shot at goal! Oh, that was vital. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Haaland. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Gabriel. Japan, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Osimhen, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's an untidy challenge, free kick given. And he is going into that little black book. Can he latch on to this? Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's forced to go back. Gabriel. Bellingham. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And it's Rice. Can he get it through? Oh, good ball! Tries a shot! It's there! There is the breakthrough!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Szoboszlai just loves to go forward whenever he can. And here's Osimhen. Oh, important interception. Partey. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Oh, easy pickings there. Bellingham. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. And here's Osimhen. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now this could be a chance. He's found a way through. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Japan really could have done without this. To increase the lead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Vietnam are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
He is through here. That could real chance. They want to be quick to recover this. He's on it. Can he get away? Takes aim and crosses. Mendes attempts a clearance. Rice played into space. Giao makes the interception. DiMarco. Now, can they get him away? Osimhen. Now Timber. Nicely shaped ball. Gabriel cuts it out. Looking to play him in. And that is as far as they're going to go. Over to the left. Bellingham. So what can they make of this? Mbappe. And he's in on goal. And the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And the half-time whistle goes. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff. And the second half gets underway. Japan didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. He's through here. Shot could be on. Osimhen! Goal! More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Good challenge, excellent challenge. Bellingham. Branthwaite. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bellingham. Bellingham. And here's Osimhen. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Bellingham. Always onto this. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Tchouaméni. And it's Bellingham. And here's Osimhen. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. He's in a great position here. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Oh no, what has happened here? Van Dijk. Rice. 60 minutes played. Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Rice. And a chance! It's in! And the lead is extended still further. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
That's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So now the difference is 3. Threads one in. Takes a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Partey. Tries to pass it through. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Vietnam can breathe again. Just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Tchouaméni has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. Bruno Fernandes. And it's made its way to him. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bellingham. And here's Osimhen. DiMarco. And that has been cleared. And claimed it back swiftly. Oh, shooting chance! Sensational by Bruno Fernandes! He's got himself an absolute peach. He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. So, is this the start of a comeback? Yildiz, Hakimi with the foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best.
Good ball, good take. That's a lovely, neat pass. Haaland was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Hakimi has been given his marching orders. He had already been on a yellow card from a previous incident. Szoboszlai, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Branthwaite does well to get it back. Nicely weighted ball. Now that's well seen too. Rice opts for safety. Couldn't squeeze it through. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And he's on his... On the finish! Against the crossbar. That could spell trouble. Now there's a fine ball. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Probably be looking to play it square from here. Osimhen. Branthwaite promptly onto that, and that is that. And here's Szoboszlai. Shapes to shoot! Superb from Szoboszlai! A finish of true class! The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Serves up across. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Rice. Dembele. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Haaland. Here's Matheus Cunha. Oh, perfectly measured that. Decent chance!
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Point-blank header! Cleared away. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
5 minutes to add. Alvarez. Shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? That's that, the end. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
One-sided and only one winner, Peter. The players didn't show enough togetherness and it was weak throughout.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.